First off, I'd like to open the meeting for June 25th, the Wakefield Conservation Commission. First order of business is roll call. And I see Ken, Teresa, myself, Jimmy's there, Peter.
Peter's coming on, yeah.
Yep. All right, so Nini, are you there? I do not see Nini. And I see a cat.
My cat, oh my gosh.
That's
And I know Frank is unavailable.
Correct.
All right, so we are missing Nini and Frank. All right, so first order of business is I'd like to welcome back founding father, 38-year member, longtime chair, Jim Luciani. Jimmy, I think I can say for everybody that we're very happy to have you back. We welcome your commitment, your knowledge, your experience, and your care for the town of Wakefield. So it's good to have you.
You're here.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
How come we can't see face, Jim?
I know, you have to learn how to do Zoom.
I'm using my phone. How are you supposed to do this on a, I don't have a camera on my computer.
Oh.
An iPhone?
I'm using my
Yes, it is.
iPhone.
So you can download the Zoom app on your iPhone.
Well, maybe next time.
You'll figure that out in orientation.
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
the new member orientation will instruct you how to do that.
Okay.
Slash hazing.
So yes, great to have you back, Jimmy.
Thanks. Thanks, Bob.
All right, so the first item on the agenda is the approval of the minutes from 6/11. Everybody have a chance to review those minutes, and does anybody have any questions or would like to make a motion to approve those minutes?
So moved. Oh, did you make the motion, Bob? I'm sorry.
No, I was asking if somebody would like to.
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
I see Ken is second. All right, we have to roll individually poll. So let's see, Peter.
Yes.
Okay, Ken,
Yes.
Teresa.
Yes.
Let's see. Actually, the only other member that can vote on those would be me, and I also vote to approve those minutes. All right, next item is 7 o'clock. We have Robert McAleese. This is a determination of applicability. If at, let's see, we left this off with the situation where, let's see, it was Elaine was going to meet with Mr. McAleese and determine a planting plan to increase the density.
Okay, I'm back.
All right, Elaine, did
Can
you,
hear me?
yep, we can hear you. Did you meet with Mr. McAleese?
I did. I met with him this afternoon, which is why I don't have a plan prepared. However, I met with him and we went over the planting list and marked out the spacing in the back of his yard, and he has chosen to put in a line along the back of high bush blueberries and winterberries. He already has planted 2 plants down there. He's going to put in an additional 7 for a total of 9.
And does that seem dense enough?
And when they, yes, I do. I was afraid of getting a little overcrowded there, and so I think it'll give each one of those plants enough room to grow.
Oh, Elaine, you just cut out.
I just
Yeah, you're cutting in and out.
I don't know what else to do.
All right, no, you're okay now. So you saw the additional plants. You do not feel they're overcrowded, and the plan before you is appropriate.
Yes.
Okay. All right, so this has been going on for a while. Let's see, we still need to vote on a determination of applicability, correct? Judy or Elaine?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Do we have a motion to issue a negative determination of applicability with the condition of the planting plan. We don't have actually before us, but we will, based on Elaine's review of the site today. Is that a motion?
So moved.
All right, do I have a second?
Second.
Okay. Once again, we'll be polling individually. Ken,
Yes.
Teresa,
Yes.
Peter,
Yes.
and I also vote yes to issue a negative determination with that single condition, that the planting plan, approved planting plan be part of it. All right, so Judy, you'll get that around to us to sign off on?
Yes, I will.
All right, perfect.
Thank you, Judy.
Thank you.
You're welcome. If you can just let me know if you're around with the 4th coming up. Yes, we don't run into a time crunch at the end. You know, people are away next week for the 4th or,
Yeah, I'll be gone till this weekend until sometime Monday evening, but I'll be here until tomorrow afternoon. If you want to drop it off tomorrow, I can sign and get it back to you.
okay.
All right, next up is DP 313553 84 New Salem Street, a request to extend the order of conditions. We did issue the order on August 17th, 2017. So it is coming up on 3 years.
Yes.
And let's see, we have
Dave-
David D'Amico with us.
And Carlton Quinn with Allen and Major.
Okay.
So the reason why we're putting in for this is we've had some ongoing litigation with our neighbor, Mr. Nardoni. And the court has ruled as of the end of January that if we start doing the work and we complete the work, that he won't go in and damage or vandalize the project, because he's done that in the past. And we couldn't see putting out that kind of money without getting some assurance that our neighbor wouldn't vandalize the work that we're having done. We have a court order, and basically it says that if he comes in and he's signed off on this through his attorney, if he comes in and vandalizes the paving and the drainage, he'll be pulled in the court and he'll have to pay the damages. So we're at a point right now, we have 5 catch basins that are on the property. We've gotten estimates from a drainage contractor and from Galini Paving out of Wakefield. In fact, they're coming in next week and they're gonna work together on this. We have the 5 catch basins that are connected by a pipe, and we're gonna need to connect to the city's system. So we're gonna have to work with the town engineer to make this happen. But both the paving contractor and the drainage contractor are gonna come in next week and take a look, and they may have to give us some revised estimates. The work has to start by August 1st, and it has to be complete by October 30th, according to the ruling of Woburn Superior Court. So we're gearing to do that. We're just afraid that I think our order of conditions expires in mid-August. We don't want to get into a situation where we don't complete the work and our order of conditions expires. That's why we're asking for additional time. Carlton, do you want to add anything? Carlton?
Yes, I think we're also afraid that, it's so close to the date of expiration that we just wanted some extra time in case there was some sort of delay for some reason, because it is just very close to the date. And we did come, I don't know if you want to ask for full year, Dave, or maybe a few months, but.
Well, we talked about a year, but, we probably could live with 6 months. Obviously, the work has to be complete by October 30th.
I think we only need to finish, we only need to start the work for the order, once we start the work, we're fine. We can finish it
Okay.
in the order of conditions.
So what was the exact work that has been done so far?
Nothing.
Okay,
Well, the catch basins have been uncovered, basically. There's 5 of them on our property. It's connected by a pipe, and it needs to be connected to the city. And
Yeah,
that's
so-
what.
Dave, sorry,
We're
you're
gonna
breaking
have
up a little bit
work.
here. I don't know if I'm coming in any clear, but there were 5 catch basins installed on this property probably 10 years ago.
right,
And, they were proposed to connect into the city system and to go across the street. And for whatever legal reasons, that never went into effect. So this is actually our second order of conditions to get this work done. It started back in '07. So in that time, the catch basins were connected, I think, so they were flooding. So basically, they paved over them because they weren't draining anywhere. So in the last week, the contractor was trying to give them a price for the work, so they had to uncover the catch basin so they could give them a price for the work. Those catch basins were installed years ago, though, in the pipe.
right, right. I do remember the original order. Why just getting to the project at this point and not 3 years ago?
It's been in litigation with the abutter, basically. They couldn't
Okay.
start the work because the abutter was appealing the work.
Okay,
And we finally got an agreement with the abutter that the work will not be interrupted, and it won't be damaged in any way after it's been completed.
They share an access easement between the properties that this will be draining off of.
right. Yeah, I do remember it's connecting, it's going down New Salem, going
Yeah.
across New Salem and connecting a little south of the property.
Correct.
Any questions by anybody else out there?
The only question I have is, did you have to get permission from the town or get an easement from the town to cross the road?
No, we're tying in the municipal system. There's an existing connection there now. Through many iterations of this plan with the former engineer, Mike Collins, we came to this solution. We're improving the roadway drainage. And you don't need an easement on a public right of way. Everyone has rights to it as long as the town approves the work.
So you said you'd like to start by August 1st and you must complete it by 10:30?
Yes.
Is that a realistic time frame? Do you think?
I think, well, that's the reason for, I think it is realistic, yes. I think we could get there by October 30th. We'll certainly have a better idea when the contractors come in next week.
You have located all
Yeah.
5, you've located all 5 catch basins though? You know where they are?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
So is the part of the scope of your work to complete the work that's in the stream? As well as putting the drainage lines in and the catch basins?
Dave, you're gonna finish the full scope of the plans.
Yes.
Yeah, so we'd be installing the trash rack and the flared end and the riprap and all the stuff in the swale also, yeah.
Okay.
Any other questions? Concerns?
No.
So a 6-month extension would certainly be enough. Let's see, it's June now, starting in August.
Did anyone go over the original order?
I've got the original drawings. Judy did send them around today, the original drawings, but I don't know, I don't have the original order. Elaine or Judy, do you have the original order right now
I
available?
have it here in front of me. Yep. What do you need to know?
I just didn't know if I didn't know what was in it as far as what we put any special conditions or anything like that. I don't remember. I was just wondering.
No, there are no
If
special
you-
conditions. It's a standard order.
Can I just
No,
ask,
If I could jump in here, there are special conditions, the 63 conditions in the order of conditions I have in
Oh,
front
no,
of
no, no, no. I understand what you mean. But that is our standard. Our standard runs from 21 to 63. And then at the end of it, it says, conditions special to this project. And that's what he was looking to, anything above and beyond the 63.
can I
Sorry.
just ask, have conditions changed in any way that we would add any conditions? I guess that's my question. Is it something that we should see if anything has changed? That's all, that we would do things differently now.
Really, nothing has changed, no. With the exception of getting the court order, nothing is changed.
So site conditions haven't changed.
They're not.
So I have, for what it's worth, I have a memo here from Mike Collins. And let me just go over it to sort of follow up on what Teresa said. There's a statement here, I'll just read them off from Mike. No drainage structures are to be within the right-of-way. The right-of-way should be paved to provide positive drainage and prevent recurrence of the area ponding from truck traffic gouging it as it is now. Drainage pipes must be protected from frost by sufficient cover as much as possible, given high groundwater. Are you familiar with all of these?
Yes,
Okay, so are these within your requirements from the engineering department?
Yes, I believe we got Michael Collins to sign off on it each time that we were in front of the commission for an order of conditions.
Okay, all right, forgive me. You know what? This is to Mike Collins, not from Mike Collins. My apologies. All right, so all of these are the things that you have told Mike will be done as the project is being constructed.
right.
Okay. All right, so Teresa, let me just read the rest of them so that you're aware of it. The stone that was proposed by the abutter to be used to grade the ponded area would be used as the 6-inch deep stone transition area must be incorporated to run the length of the paved right-of-way on the abutter side of the pavement, but within the right-of-way to act as a kind of forebay to dissipate the energy of the stormwater and to remove some of the sediment that will be inevitable from the abutter's property. At least 4 catch basins have been installed within the owner's property to collect stormwater flowing from a newly paved right-of-way and the graded portion of their property that's designed to provide sufficient cover for the main drainage pipe. A drain manhole located just off New Salem Street will collect the stormwater from the 4 catch basins and direct it to the existing municipal system. The abutting property was ordered by DEP to make certain repairs and grading to lessen ponding in the right-of-way. So that's the latest I have.
Judy, who is that from?
This is from Dave D'Amico. It was sent on November 1st, 2016. And the original message says, to Elaine Vreeland, with a copy to Smoot at Smoot Law, Kevin Hoag, Christine Hoag, and then it was forwarded to Mike Collins.
Thank you.
Elaine, was there any comments back from Mike Collins regarding that?
hold on, let me continue to look. Let's see, this is dated November 1st. Let's see, I have something here from Mike Collins dated November 29th, 2016. And it goes from Mike Collins to Rick Stinson, with a CC to me and Jim. Hi, Rick. The new Salem Street address will be at the Conservation Commission is number 84. We reviewed and agreed to the drainage design and plans years ago. It's a filing to improve the drainage on that part of New Salem Street. One note, the tributary area to the catch basins on there and the abutting property, Nardone Contracting and others, where the stormwater will run off to the new catch basins on their property, is a mud-producing area that needs to be stabilized before constructing the drainage improvements and discharging to the ditch on the other side of New Salem Street.
Is that it from Mike?
That's it. Yep, that's it. And I assume that that's covered by the stones that are going to be put on. Something here about stones. On the abutter side, within the right-of-way, it's stone. The stone that's proposed, this is from the Dave D'Amico email. The stone that was proposed by the abutter to be used to grade the ponded area would be a 6-inch deep stone transition area incorporated to run the length of the paved right-of-way on the abutter side of the pavement. It will act as a forebay to dissipate the energy of the stormwater and to remove the sediment that will be inevitable from the abutter's property. Nardone's property always has a lot of dirt on it because it's a construction site and he brings in dirt all the time because he does landscaping.
Came that Nardone was grading his area higher than ours. So whenever we got storms, it would grade it so that it would come on our side. His was higher elevation and caused it to go on our side. That's why we're always getting flooded.
So part of the court order will require him to put in that area of stone?
For who to put in the area of stone?
Nardone.
Nardone, as far as I know, is not contributing to this financially at all. Whatever's going to be done is going to be at the expense of Comtech. We asked Nardone to contribute because we were going to pave the right-of-way, which is 30 feet. Part of that right-of-way is on his side. He came back and said, "I'm not putting any money into this. You're going to have to pay for the whole right-of-way." So basically, we're paving from the building out 22 feet where our property is, and then 30 feet, which is where the right-of-way is. We're paying for all of this.
So that will keep the erosion from getting into the system and discharging across the street?
What is the date of that email that you're referring to?
November 1st, 2016, and the follow-up is November 29th, 2016.
I'm going to have to go back and take a look at those emails. But
So
as far as getting contributions from Nardone, we're not getting any contributions from him. Whatever's going to be done, paving-wise, drainage-wise, is going to come at the expense of Comtech.
So essentially the paved area is going to be what? The paved area will be your property extending onto the Nardone property?
52 feet 52 feet from our building. 21.86 feet is our property, and then you go out another 30 feet, which is the right of way, and that's going to be what's going to be paved. And then there has to be, according to the order, lines drawn for the parking spaces. Because this all came out of a land court decision back in 2003. So this is the way it has to go.
Okay. Elaine, is there anything special on the catch basin cleaning? Is there like more frequent cleaning or anything like that that's in the order?
I don't see anything in the order of conditions. Now, let me see if there's anything in the extension. Let's see what I have here.
Didn't the 5 catch basins go to a central collection, some sort of catch chamber? I don't know if it was a Caltech or
Yeah, it was a sediment removal device, storm.
Oh, so
Storm
that will
scepter?
take care of it.
and the storm scepter is in the street or on the property?
On the private property.
Okay. All right, so that's where your sediment's going to end up if any gets into the system.
Okay, what about frequency of cleaning?
I think
Is
we
it
did
operation-
submit an operation and maintenance plan with this order
Do you
originally.
remember how many times a year you were cleaning or how many times you were inspecting at least? I'm just curious.
I believe it was
There's
quarterly.
the O&M plan. Okay, wait a minute. I have something here. The TSS removal calculations assume that the catch basins on Commonwealth tank are deep sump hooded catch basins. These basins are shown as existing but have not been located or cleaned up. When the basins are located and the basins and lines are cleaned, the basins need to be inspected for sump depth and hoods. If the basins are not deep sump hooded catch basins, they should be replaced with deep sump catch basins so that the water quality can meet the calculated level. Okay, this is important given the fine materials I observed suspended in the puddles in the proposed work area. An operation and maintenance procedure from Storm Scepter was supplied as part of the NOI submission in 2008. The procedure did not elaborate on who would be responsible for operation and maintenance on the on-site system. Then he goes on to ask who will be, Commonwealth Tank will directly connect to the small MS4 system and is in close proximity to an impaired water. The town will need to see that the frequency of inspection and cleaning in Commonwealth Tank's O&M procedure. The town does not intend to clean or inspect the system on private property. If the town is required to inspect the system, the commission should consider having an account that's funded by the property owner. That'll cover the cost of potential inspection, cleaning, and repair, as well as an agreement allowing the town access to perform the necessary tasks. Let me see if I can find the O&M plan. Hold on.
So we do not know if those are deep sump catch basins or not, because they're covered.
Are you talking to me?
Well, I'm just kind of stating a fact that we don't know, since they've been paved over, if they're deep sump or not.
Well, they must know what they are. They bought them.
Yeah, but they've been paved over for years, correct?
No, I know, but I'm saying that we should just ask the applicant. They probably know what it is.
Do you know if they're deep sump catch basins?
I do not.
They were installed if they weren't deep sump, they were probably installed 50 years ago. These were installed probably 15 years ago. There's 99% chance they're deep sump. I can provide an affidavit, go out and look at them and provide an affidavit that they're deep sump with some pictures if you want to add that condition. But certainly they need to be deep sump.
Oh, wait a minute. I've got a detail sheet here. Wait a second. Here, let me look at my detail sheet. Let's see.
I guess the only thing I'm concerned about is that inspected frequently enough, because I anticipate that there's going to be a lot of silt running into these units. And as long as they have sufficient inspections and cleaning it, that would be fine.
We did provide an O&M that met all the standard practices of the Mass DEP.
Yeah, no, I'm sure you did, but I'm just thinking, because of the situation you're in, I anticipate that there could be a requirement. It might be beneficial that you inspect it maybe more often than what would normally be recommended.
What is the requirement? Is it quarterly?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking. I don't know. I don't remember. It was a long time
Typically,
ago.
once in the spring and once in the fall.
Yeah.
That's what's pretty typical. You get the snow litter
Yeah.
off and the sediment from the snow, and then you get the leaves off in the fall.
Yeah.
So to your point, Jimmy, it does sound like quarterly would be a prudent, suggestion.
Right.
Here we go. I got it. I found it.
Okay, what do you got?
All right, hold on. Okay, so it's a spreadsheet, and it says it has a number of things you need to do. Street sweeping. It talks about a graft drainage swale, deep sump catch basins. Here it is, deep sump catch basins. Proprietary device, which is the storm scepter system. Mosquito control and snow storage. Okay, so with regard to street sweeping, 4 times annually.
Yeah. That
And,
sounds reasonable.
okay, and then the drainage swale annually, semi-annually the first year. Deep sump catch basins, inspect at least annually. Clean when sediment is 6 inches deep, but never allow sediment to exceed 60% of sump volume. Storm scepter. Inspect at least 4 times annually, as well as following storms exceeding 1 inch of rainfall. Clean when sediment is 6 inches deep. There you go.
Okay, so
Okay.
storm scepter quarterly.
Where are you reading that?
Did somebody ask me where I'm reading that from?
Yes.
Okay. What I have here is the drainage report submitted 5/9/17, and there is a section of it entitled Maintenance Plan.
Okay. Carlton, can you come out next week and take pictures and inspect the site, Carlton?
Yeah, if that's what the commission wants, sure I can.
Okay.
When do you anticipate the storm drains being uncovered?
Say that again?
When do you think these storm drains will actually be uncovered?
By tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah, we should get an inspection as soon as possible.
Would visual
Yeah.
evidence be okay from pictures?
What's that?
Would visual evidence, like pictures, be okay, or do you want me to call someone from the city to come out?
No, I think that would be fine. We do want to make sure the depth of the sediment that may be in those is recorded. Drop a yardstick or whatever in there and see if you can see what type of sediment may be in them.
I think, Dave, you're planning on cleaning them out, right?
That's the plan, yeah.
So hopefully nothing.
Aren't they full of water?
They probably
Aren't they
will be,
full
yeah.
of water right now?
But Comtank has equipment on site to clean those out. Because the contractor wants to look at them before he finalizes his scope of work.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we obviously want to make sure they're in good shape.
Sure.
Um, do you know that all 5 of those are connected currently?
That's my understanding, yes.
When you inspect those this week, can you verify that they are all in fact connected?
Carlton?
Yes, certainly. We can, I think that the contractor wants to do that also. We'll be checking to make sure that they're connected.
Okay.
Correct.
Do you
Any
know
other
what the
questions?
groundwater table is out there?
3 inches?
Do you know what the groundwater, are they partially in the water table, these units, these manholes?
They have to be. The groundwater is pretty shallow there, and with the sumps, these things are probably 6 or 7 feet down.
Really? So they're not going to float or anything if you take the water out of them, right?
No.
No, okay. Okay.
Would it make sense to have Elaine take a visit over when they are open and available to inspect?
I guess that's fine.
Elaine, could you
I
do
would
that?
be happy, I would be happy to do that. However, I think having a photographic record for the file, given the controversy around this project and the property, would probably be a good idea, so that you
Yeah,
have
well, if that's
photographic
okay.
evidence. You know, you might need it on this one.
We definitely
Elaine,
want
if that's the
to-
case, wait a minute. If that's the case, Elaine, it should be photographed by us, not by the applicant, because they could always challenge whether he took it in the right spot or if they were an independent party. So I think if we took the pictures, I think it'd have to carry more weight at least.
Yeah, okay, I can do that.
Yeah, that makes sense. So somebody will contact Elaine when they're uncovered?
Yes.
Okay, great.
So, just so I understand, so they're going to uncover the grates to the catch basin. Am I looking to see just how much sediment is in there at the point of them being uncovered, so as a starting point? And do you want me to take another set of photographs when it shows that they have been thoroughly cleaned out?
I think that would make sense.
Or,
I'm not sure
Okay.
the current amount of sediment makes any difference. I mean, unless the commission disagrees.
Well, I guess
So,
my thought is if they're jam-packed with sediment, like whatever, 4 feet of sediment, then, are these going to function properly in the future? I don't know. I don't think it's a bad idea to see what the current condition is. We do definitely want to see what they look like when they're cleaned out to make sure they are intact and solid.
Okay.
Fine.
So yeah, back to your question, I think, Elaine, it's important just to understand what the current condition is as a barometer, and then to take your photos and, once they're cleaned out, to see what type of condition they're in and everything else.
okay, good enough, I got it.
Are there any other questions or concerns?
Nope.
It sounds like a 6-month extension would be, certainly fair, since they need to finish by October 30th anyways.
Right.
That would give them to February or so. Would somebody like to make a motion to extend the order of conditions for 84 New Salem Street for 6 months?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Okay. Polling individually, Teresa,
Yay.
Ken,
Yay.
Peter,
Yay.
Jimmy,
Yay.
and I also vote yay. Unanimous vote to extend the order of conditions for 84 New Salem for 6 months. All right, I think
Thank you
we're all set with
very
that.
much appreciated.
Thank you.
And when the drainage covered, I will notify Elaine Freeland.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, good night.
Night, guys.
Good night.
Good night.
All right, Judy or Elaine, do we have any other additional business?
Nope,
Wow,
pretty good.
yeah. All right, would somebody like a motion, to make a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, polling individually, Ken,
Yay.
Jimmy,
Yay.
Peter,
Yay.
Teresa.
Yay.
I also vote yay. I will stop recording and we will adjourn the meeting.